Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, myself Professor Uday Bukre and now I am welcoming you on your own YouTube channel Ekeeda. If you are watching my video for first time, I request you to subscribe to our channel Ekeeda and also press bell icon for latest notifications. Friends, today we are going to do for CA Intercourse company account from accountancy subject question number 8, which is on your screen. Let's begin with reading of the questions, students. You are required to prepare a statement of profit and loss and balance sheet from the following trial balance. And what you need to prepare? Balance sheet from the following trial balance extracted from the books of International Hotels Limited on 31st March 2000 X2. So they gave you simple trial balance. We have to go through the trial balance. We have to decide every amount where it can be placed. So that way we will go through the trial balance in detail and we will decide the placement of it in our final account. So students, let's see the trial balance now. Authorized capital divided into 5,006% preference shares of 100 each. So there is authorized preference share capital 5,000 shares of rupees 100 each and 10,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each. So our preference share capital is 5 lakhs. How it is 5 lakhs? 5,000 multiplied by 100. And our equity share capital will be 10,000 into 100, that comes to 10 lakhs. In that way our authorized capital comes to 15 lakhs. Subscribed capital 5,006% preference shares of 100 each, that is 5 lakhs. Equity share capital 8 lakh 5,000. So both of these items will be placed in your share capital. Purchases. In purchases they have given you wines, cigarettes, cigars 45,800. Now these purchases are of the international hotel. Hotel people purchase these products and give it to their customer as it is. For them it is a stock in trade. So it is purchase of stock in trade. Next is foodstuff. Foodstuff for hotel industry is purchased like a raw material purchased. They process the foodstuff and then it will be served to the customer. So it is a purchase of raw material. Wages and salaries is your employees' benefit expenses. Rent, rates and taxes will be your other expenses. Laundry given on debit side is your other expense. Sales of wine, cigarettes, cigars are your revenue from operation. Food sale is also your revenue from operation. Coal and firewood, it is other expense. Carriage and cooliage, other expense. Sundry expenses, other expense. Advertisement, other expense. Repairs, other expense. Room rent, it is given on the credit side, it is your income. You have two choices. You can take it as your revenue from operation or you can even take it as a other income. So we are taking it as a other income. Billiard is also your other income. It is associated with your business. Alternatively, you can even take it as a revenue from operation because it is your main business, associated with your main business. So let us take it as a revenue from operation instead of other income. Miscellaneous receipt is your other income. Discount received is your other income. Transfer fees received is also your other income. Freehold land and building is your tangible fixed asset. Furniture and fitting is your tangible fixed asset. Inventory on hand on 1st of April will appear in your changes in stock, particularly wine, cigars, cigarettes. These are your stock in trade. Increase or decrease will be shown in your P&L account. Foodstuff will be used as a raw material consumed. Cash in hand is your cash and cash equivalent. Cash with bank is your cash and cash equivalent. Preliminary expenses and formation expenses will be written off. These will be shown as your other expense. 2000 debentures of rupees 100 is 6% debentures are there, is your long-term borrowing. Profit and loss account is your opening balance of profit and loss account. It will be placed under reserves and surplus. Trade payable is your trade payable. Trade receivable is your trade receivable. Investment will be investment. Goodwill will be intangible fixed asset. General reserve will be placed as a reserves and surplus. Wages and salary outstanding at the end of the year will be added to the wages and it will be shown as your trade payable. Expense outstanding will be shown as a trade payable. Inventory, closing inventory is given, will be used in increase or decrease, and second effect, it will be mentioned in your balance sheet as an inventory. Food stuff will be used in your RMC, raw material consumed, and it will be shown as your inventory again. Depreciation on furniture and fitting at the rate of 5% per annum and land and building 2% per annum will be reduced from that respective asset and will be shown in PL account as a separate heading of depreciation. Equity capital on 1st April 2000 X1 stood at rupees 7,20,000, that is 6,000 shares fully paid and 2,000 shares of 60 rupees paid. Directors made a final call of rupees 40 per share on 1st of October 2000 X1. Shareholders could not pay the call on 100 shares and his shares were then forfeited and reissued at rupees 90 per share. The directors declared a final dividend of 8% on equity shares, transferring any amount that may be required from general reserve. Ignore the taxation. Important is how to understand this part. There is a forfeiture and reissue. There is a forfeiture and reissue. We have reissued the shares at rupees 90. When there was a call in a year of rupees 40, we have forfeited shares and we have reissued them at rupees 90. So how you will work out the capital reserve in that? Will be amount forfeited will be 60 minus reissue loss 10. That means there is a 50 rupees ka profit on how many shares? 100 shares. That means 5,000 is your capital reserve. If you look at the trial balance, there is no item as a capital reserve and you can see the capital figure as rupees 8,05,000. So your accountant have simply created this entire proceed to the share capital. So your correction will be this 5,000 you will minus from share capital and it will be shown as your reserves and surplus. Right, so this we will disclose at the right time. I will once again explain this while solving the example. Now I will prepare a format for your P&L account and balance sheet and then we will proceed for the solving the question. So friends, I have prepared a format of balance sheet and P&L account. While doing that, if there is only one item in particular heading, I will not prepare separate note for it, but I will mention in my bracket over there. So I am going through the format which I have prepared just now. Let's go through. Share capital will have a note number 1. Reserve surplus will have a note number 2. If you look at the long-term borrowing, we have only debenture. 6% debenture amount is 2 lakhs. This asterisk I have maintained for understanding there will be a outstanding interest on this. So this will be implied adjustment. Therefore मैंने यहाँ पे asterisk करके रखा है. Current liabilities are given. Trade payable. Ready-made single figure is given. Therefore all outstanding expenses which otherwise I would have taken in trade payable, I can now include in my other current liabilities because trade payable single figure is provided in the example. Of course, thereafter total non-current assets, we have a fixed asset. In fixed asset, firstly is tangible, 4 number note we will prepare. Intangible, we have only goodwill, so I have mentioned only goodwill in the bracket. Non-current investments, we have one amount 270 to 300 which I have written. Current assets, we have 3 elements. Inventories, there are multiple items of inventory, so I will prepare a note. Trade receivable, one single figure is given in the example, so मैंने copy कर दिया. Cash and bank balance I have to maintain because there are 2 items, cash as well as bank. There is no cash equivalent, so I need not to write cash and cash equivalent. Cash and bank balance will be sufficient term. Here friends, I have prepared my profit and loss account ka format. While doing that, once again same logic I have followed. Revenue from operation, multiple items to be disclosed. Other income, multiple items to be disclosed, so I will have a note. Cost of material consumed, that is the food stuff consumed, I have to mention. Purchase of stock in trade, which is wine, cigarette, cigar, that I have written directly because single item to be there. Changes in stock in trade will be exactly the same. Wine, cigarette, cigar, etc. Exactly same thing will be included here. Changes, that is opening stock minus closing stock, will have a working for that. That is note number 10. Employee benefit expenses will include salaries and wages. Finance cost will be interest on your debenture which is there. Depreciation as required will maintain, and all other expenses I will include in my note number 13. In this way I will complete my P&L account, and thereafter I will move to my balance sheet, various other notes where I can put it in reserves and surplus. So I have to prepare each of these notes separately. Values are given in our trial balance. Freehold land and building 8,50,000 on which I will provide a depreciation, and even on furniture I will provide a depreciation. Those items which are covered by the trial adjustments I am writing in the green. %2 depreciation on 8,50,000 I need to work out. So students, in balance sheet I have recorded fixed asset less depreciation. I have taken total also because there is no further item in your tangible fixed asset. So that's it for your fixed asset. Depreciation second effect will be given in our profit and loss account. These two depreciations I am totaling in my P&L account 17,000 plus 4315. In this way, this first adjustment I have completed. Let's go with the next information. Students. Equity capital on 1st April 2000 X1 stood at rupees 7,20,000. Beginning में आपका capital इतना है, that is 6,000 into 100, which comes to 6 lakhs. And then they are saying 2,000 shares of rupees 60 paid. So 2,000 into 60 paid, it comes to 1,20,000. In that way, they were having 7,20,000 in the beginning. I believe you understand this. Thereafter, what happened? Directors made a final call of 40 per share. On 1st October 2000 X1, a shareholder could not pay final call on 100 shares, and his shares were then forfeited and reissued at 90 per share. So what accountant must have done? Accountant have collected money from 1,900 shares at the rate of 40. How much amount he must have collected? He must have collected 76,000. 76,000 he has collected on 1,900 shares, and remaining 100 shares, what happened? 100 shares and his shares were then forfeited and reissued at rupees 90 per share. So 100 into 90, that comes to 9,000. If you total, let us check the total. This total is 8,05,000. And exactly this figure is available in your trial balance. You can check it out. Equity share capital. I'm talking about this figure. Now let us try to understand what exactly happened. He has credited entire proceed to the share capital. That is incorrect. But if he have forfeited 100 shares and he has also reissued 100 shares, means if I can say that all shares are now fully paid, extra money what he has credited will be removed from there and it will be pasted in your capital reserve. Let us check out that. You can notice we have made a profit of 5,000 rupees. That is, forfeited amount was 60 from these 100 shares and reissue loss is 10 rupees per share. In that way, there was a profit of 50 per share into 100, that 5,000 it comes. So here, to conclude with, I can say that now we have altogether 8,000 equity shares which are 100 paid. So my equity share capital which will be displayed in the balance sheet will be 8 lakhs. So 5,000 I will take from there and I will place as a capital reserve in my reserves and surplus. Hopefully I am clear on this. Let's go to the presentation part, that is your notes to the account. In this way it is 5,000. 60 rupees we forfeited, on which loss on the reissue is 10. Why 10? Because our reissue price is 90. So 10 rupees loss is adjusted and now it is 5,000 ka capital reserve. Now I have to mention everything in my share capital also. Firstly, I need to write authorized capital. I am copying everything from my trial balance. 5,000 6% preference shares of 100 each. This is 5 lakhs my authorized capital. Authorized equity share capital 10,000 shares of 100 each. After authorized, I have written 2 lines so that it will not be counted in your total, but issued capital will be certainly recorded. 5,000 preference shares of 100 each, 5 lakhs, issued, subscribed and paid up capital. Student, as we did our calculations, you can notice our equity share capital is going to become 8 lakhs. 8,000 shares are fully paid now. Since there is no further thing to write in the share capital, I am taking total of share capital also, and total is 13 lakhs. In this way, next information of your adjustment is covered. Next, further, what they are saying, the director declare a final dividend or dividend of 8% on equity shares, transferring any amount that may be required from the general reserve, ignore the taxation. So they have declared a dividend. So I will write this. So I will write this in my reserves and surplus. Balance of PL account will be used. Opening balance of profit and loss account is given 41,500. To that I will add net profit for the period. I don't know net profit at the minute. From that I am going to declare a dividend. So I am writing dividend. From whatever total comes, I will pay dividend. I will declare a dividend. They are saying director declared dividend of 8% on equity shares. Definitely they have also declared a dividend on preference shares, because we cannot declare the dividend on equity shares unless we pay the dividend on preference shares. So we have also declared dividend on the preference share. So overall declared dividend will be 94,000, that I need to write in my other current liabilities. So students, I have given two effects for our declared dividend also. Let us see if there is any other adjustment which is remaining. Wages and salaries outstanding. We need to add to the wages and salaries in your employees benefit expenses, and we have to also show it as a other current liability. Why not trade payable? Other current liability क्यों? Because trade payable का एक single figure दिया था, तो I will not change that. I will use it as other current liability. So I am coming to wages and salaries, employees benefit expenses first. As per the trial balance, wages and salaries are 28,300. To that I am adding outstanding wages and salaries, that is outstanding amount. This outstanding will be recorded as other current liability. So in this way I have given two effect of outstanding wages and salaries. Let's see the next information which is there. Inventories on 31st March, that is closing stock of wine, cigarette, cigar and food stuff. Both of these items will be placed in the inventory in your balance sheet first. Wine, cigarette, cigar are your stock in trade and food stuff is your raw material stock. So I am mentioning both of them as it is. Since there are only two items, मैंने इसका total करके यहाँ पे लिख दिया है. Let's give the second effect of this. Wine, cigarette, etc. will come in your changes in inventory. Opening stock is 12,800 minus closing stock. Change is negative 9,700. Cost of material consumed will be a food stuff. Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock I need to write. Opening stock of food stuff is given 5260. Purchases of food stuff is 36,200 and closing stock of food stuff is 16,400. So 25,060 is your cost of material consumed. That also we have got. If you look at the question, these all additional information we have covered. These all additional information. Only one thing which is remaining here is general reserve card transfer, that we will decide later on. Friends, now in your trial balance there was one hidden adjustment about a debenture interest. They gave you that debentures carry how much percent interest? 6%. By default on borrowing we need to pay the interest and this will become your finance cost. Since it is not paid, it will become your other current liability. So 6% of 2 lakhs comes to 12,000. So it is your finance cost, and second effect, it is your other current liability. It is not paid, it is payable, therefore it is your other current liability. Students, now I have to see remaining item of the trial balance and I have to place it in the proper place. Let us see. First, authorized capital I think we have taken. Preference, equity, subscribed capital, we have taken everything here. Purchase of wine, cigar, etc. that I have recorded directly in my PL account. Let me show you that. 45,800 is your purchase of stock in trade that I have already recorded. So food stuff is covered in your raw material consumed, wages, salaries is done. Rent, rates and taxes is your other expense. Next, laundry we have to take as your other expense. Sales we will take as revenue from operation. Sale of wine, cigarette, cigar, food stuff and all. One funny thing I have noticed, in hotel you are spending more amount on wine, cigar, cigarette than food. Let's go to the next. Coal and firewood, once again other expense. All these are the other expenses I am recording directly. So students, I have covered all other expenses which are given in your trial balance one by one. We have covered all these things. Rent of room is your revenue from operation. So I will write in revenue from operation. Miscellaneous receipt, discount received, transfer fees I am considering as a other income. So these three items I have recorded as other income. Freehold land and building, furniture and fittings we have taken. Inventory on hand we have taken. Cash in and cash with bank. We'll write it as a cash and bank balance. So we have recorded cash in and cash with banker. Preliminary expenses and formation expenses, they are to be written off. It is not to be shown in the balance sheet. So it will be taken as a other expense. Done with preliminary expenses. Debentures I have directly recorded in my balance sheet. PL account I have taken as a opening balance in my reserve surplus. Trade payable I have recorded as a trade payable. Trade receivable I have recorded as a trade receivable. Investment I have recorded as an investment. Goodwill I have recorded as an intangible fixed asset. General reserve I have to record 2 lakhs in reserves and surplus. Since space is insufficient, I am continuing in on my next page. I recorded it in inner column because there might be a transfer required to P&L. So I will write in inner column. So students, I have completed all the item of trial balance as well as all adjustments are also done. I need to close all my notes and get the final totals out of it. I am taking total one by one and I am entering all those total in my balance sheet as well as P&L account. Reserve surplus I cannot total because I need to close my P&L account. For that I will not complete my note number 2 because reserve surplus is incomplete without P&L account, so I am not writing that. We'll go with the next note. Note number 3, other current liabilities. 107,280 is your total. So I am writing simultaneously in my balance sheet. Note number 4, tangible fixed asset 914,985. Note number 5 is about inventories 38,900. Note number 6 is about cash and bank balance 78,580. So balance sheet items are done. Note number 7 is about revenue from operation. I need to close that. 179,700. 6,800 is the total. My total income is 186,500. Number 9, cost of material consumed 25,060. Number 10, changes in stock in trade. It is negative 9700. Number 11, employee benefit expenses 29,580 is your total. Finance cost 12,000 is the total. Number 13, total I have to take. It is 40,200. So student, expenses total comes to 164,255. Income minus expense will give me a net profit. So students, my net profit for the period is 22,245. This I will write in my reserves and surplus. So student, I found that in my PL account there is a difference, or I can say shortfall of 30,255. As per the instruction in the question, this amount I will take from my general reserve. This amount I am taking from general reserve because there is a debit balance of PL account which is set off against general reserve. So our general reserve will become 169,745. Now I can easily close my reserve surplus. Here this is 5,000. Next amount is nil plus 169,745. It gives me 174,745. So this amount I am placing in my balance sheet. Now my balance sheet is complete. I need to just take a total. 18,24,025 is on my equity and liability side. Next amount I need to take a total of asset side now. In this way, my balance sheet total is also tallying. So one of the big question we have solved, students, this kind of example, if at all comes in your exam, will take a big time from you. We have solved this example for your benefit, for your understanding, because we are having that concern. Still, if you have any doubts while going through the solution, I request you to put in our comment box. Thank you for watching this wonderful video, students. God bless you all. Also, please share this video with your friends. Before I close the lecture, I can request you that. Thank you for watching the video, students. God bless you.